What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, after submitting my videos about all the hours I worked, for example like 84 hours in 1 week, 70 hours in 1 week, and then 300 hours in 30 days, I got a lot of comments about the numbers that I have for Seattle compared to the numbers that people are seeing in their own market. And so I was inspired to make a video comparing different markets and what I would be thinking about if I was in a different market, and if I was in like an adjacent market or maybe in a different state. So those are things I'll be commenting on at the end of the video. But I will be commenting on different markets and how different dashers their results. So I'll be looking at the gas prices, the miles that they have to travel, the hourly rate, both in like the dinner and lunch rush, and also when you expand it out to maybe working a full day, a full 12 hours, and also top dasher in that market. And then lastly, the cost of living, because that plays a role in the market also. So let's get right into it and take a look at some other dashers on YouTube. First, we'll be taking a look at Las Vegas, the city of love. Countless marriages have happened here at the last minute, and the next day followed by a divorce or annulment. So door dashing there is Megan Risman. She does a different kind of strategy. She'll just log on and DoorDash from home. So she'll get an order and she'll either reject it or accept it and just run out to her car and then go do the delivery, which is a different strategy than other DoorDashers. Most DoorDashers like myself, where I get in the car and I stay in the car for several hours. So given that, her hourly rate is a little bit different how she calculates it. She calculates it as only her active time. And so while she waits, she can go off and do other things, which is fair. The hourly rate that she has is pretty high, but if you were to extend it over a long period of time, then it's not so high. So maybe she'll make like $40 in an hour, one active hour. But for a person to try to work full time, it's impossible. You'd be probably making closer to like $13 an hour if you were to be accepting a lot more offers, and you'll be driving a lot more miles. The gas in Las Vegas is pretty high. It's $5.36, and that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty typical, but I'm saying this in comparison to Seattle. Also, I think that with the kind of market that Las Vegas has, I don't think Top Dasher is really even needed per se, because the given that kind of market, the best thing to do is not full time, but instead just use it as supplement income. In Las Vegas, the cost of living, I would say a 1 bedroom apartment is about $948. So if you were to work full time door dashing, then that's over 30% of your monthly income. And so Las Vegas is, I would say, not a city to be working full time in. Next up, we have Salt Lake City. And just in general, this Utah state has amazing landscape, just a beautiful state in general. And in Salt Lake City, we have Blake Moore of Moore Finance. That's his YouTube channel. He does it like your typical DoorDasher, where you're in the car and driving for hours, but he actually takes breaks in between the major lunch and dinner rush, because I guess it slows down there pretty significantly. So that's something to note. During his hourly rate of the dinner and lunch rush, it can reach up to about $30 per hour, sometimes even more, maybe on the low end. Sometimes it's $27. But if you were to work 12 or 10 hours into the slower times, it significantly drops to maybe around 18 from what I've seen. And the miles that he accepts are pretty high, I would say. I think he gets less than $2 per mile. and that's an okay ratio. Some people have 1 to 1, but that's the miles that he drives. Um, Gas there is $5.21. That's not too bad. That's the average there. And also, in terms of needing top dasher, I think you can go both ways. If you decide to cherry pick, the numbers aren't too bad. You'll save a lot on the mileage, but you'll definitely take a hit for the hourly rate. So you can go both ways. The cost of living there is $946 a month. So if you decide to work full time, if you decide to work full time as a DoorDasher, that's definitely something that is reasonable given the a 1 bedroom cost there. So I would say that Salt Lake City is a pretty decent city to DoorDash in. Next up, we have Dayton, Ohio. And in Dayton, Ohio, we have Nugs. I'm not sure what his real name is, but that's the name of his channel. And this this is all relative. That's why I include the cost of living and gas. But the hourly rate there it sits around between $13 and $14, depending on how you stretch it out between the day if you're just doing dinner rush and lunch rush. But that's where it sits, and you get a lot more orders from like Walmart and such after watching some of his videos. And so even when he did like an 80-hour week, he'll make that amount, and the mile ratio is about 1 to 1. So 1 mile for every dollar he makes. That doesn't turn out to be good, but luckily the gas is a lot lower. The gas in close to Dayton, Ohio, is around $4.65. This is obviously the numbers are during the surge of all the gas prices, but when he was dashing full time, it was a lot cheaper, probably around like high $2, low $3. In terms of needing top dasher, you absolutely do need top dasher. I think that in what I saw in one of his videos, he couldn't get scheduled on, and he wasn't top dasher, so he couldn't make some videos revolving around that. But even though the hourly rate is a lot lower, the cost of living is way lower. The cost of living, maybe for a 1 bedroom, is $547. So doing DoorDash there full time, it's definitely doable. You have to reassess it now that the gas prices are a lot higher, but is something definitely doable in that area looking at his videos. But the only downside is the miles that he has to drive. So it's not exactly perfect in comparison to other cities. And last but not least, we got good old Seattle. In this city, after I've been dashing for about 2 months now with clocking in like major hours, I would say that from all the categories I've gone through, it beats out all the other cities pretty badly. It's only that the cost of living is a bit on the higher end. So let's go through it. First off, we have the hourly rate. The hourly rate sits around $27.50, and this is not during the lunch and dinner rush. This is like a 10-hour shift, and so it evens out during the slower times, which drags the total amount down. If you want to just do it part time and just get the rushes in, then you can make a lot more and be more efficient with your time. But the volume is still good. It still makes a lot of money. And I want to preface this by saying that Seattle has a Seattle Premium Pay, which gives you an extra $2.50 per order. And when I see people getting orders for like $2.50, just that, it just makes me want to throw up. The minimum order for us is like $5.25 or something like that. And even that is good sometimes when it's like 2 miles. And the mile ratio, I drive about 100 miles when I do a 10-hour shift, so about 10 miles every hour. And gas is $5.70 here, so a lot higher than everyone else's, but my ratio is way better. And in terms of needing top dasher, I got Top Dasher for the last month because I was dashing through the lower the non-peak times, and so I wanted to get first priority. But you actually don't need Top Dasher. It's pretty busy here, and overall. And lastly, because the Seattle premium pay is because the cost of living here is so high. I would say that the cost of living here for a one bedroom is 1,700. It's a little bit higher than what this article says, but 1,700 per month, and it's a lot higher than everyone else's. But in terms of all the other categories, Seattle really beats out a lot of other markets. Okay, real quick, this guy Eli. Okay, real quick, this guy Eli, he's in Minneapolis, and I don't know what's going on over there, but his numbers come out to be the same as mine in Seattle in terms of number of hours work, the number of deliveries he gets, but his total payout for the hours worth is about the same as mine, even though Seattle has the premium pay. So I can't really wrap my head around what's going on over there, but he's absolutely killing over there. So if I could assess it a little bit more, I would say that this market is a lot better. But he drives more than me. He drives about 50 more miles than me. So maybe it evens out. Okay, so why did I make this video? Did I make this video just to say that Seattle's better than everybody else? Well, no, not really. But the idea is that when people are asking me these questions, like, should I dash in Seattle? Well, if I were living in an adjacent city, I would definitely try it. I would probably slowly ease in, maybe do a 4-hour shift just to start things out, to see how the city is, see how to feel things out, and then increase it to maybe like an 8-hour shift, and so on and so forth, just to get a feel for things, to see if I can make some improvements, and just by moving cities. Something that I probably wouldn't do is to move states. That would be a little bit intense. Maybe if I was to move states in general, then I might take that into account as a secondary thing, but not necessarily as a primary reason. So if you like the information on this video, hit the subscribe button. We got to get to 100 subscribers. That's the goal. If you can help me get there, that'd be awesome. Thanks.